That's what he did last year as a Met against the Reds. Fastball strike to Naquin. Homers. Had riveting success against the club that drafted him when he excelled in Cleveland. Pretty good opposite gap, opposite field power.
That's the thing to me that's been really impressive with Naquin. Over the last couple of years, we've had a chance to see him. In my opinion, he was a third base line against the shift.
That was in on his hands a bit. He flares it to center and it splashes on in. Base hit. Ball rate was over 50% all the time. In most years, it was over 60%. That's what he did. You know, game to game, inning to inning, ballpark to ballpark. I'm not sure that there is a consistent. That sinks low.
Front.
Doesn't get the call there. And something else that's happened to Stroman early, low 40%. This year, opponents are hitting the ball hard, 95 plus, 52% of the time. How does that compare? That has him in the bottom 5% of the league. Runner off, big jump, ground ball through the shift. Moran had to cover and broke for the bag. Naquin doesn't stop and claims third, igniting the runner.
No outs.
And Stroman gets that call, so it seems like mashes baseballs, hits them really hard. This is what he did yesterday.
With him today before the game. He's all about winning. That's the only thing.
Strikes out. Joey Votto. Fouls back, strike one.
Continue to make adjustments, and Joey's maniacal about making those adjustments, and there's your base hit.
Single into center field. That drives home Naquin. Drury up to second, and Votto gets the. Ball one to tie. He is very much due. His swing is so pure.
And the progress that he's made to where he is now. I'm going to tell you, it is about his bat, but the impressive thing has been what he's done defensively. Behind the plate, he has been, yeah, he's always been a good hitter, but he is very mature in his approach.
And he rips that one into left field. Late windmill is on at third. They're going to challenge Ian Happ. The throw to the plate. The slide, he's safe.
Every single player have a really good at bat. Tommy Pham struck out, but every player, 4 singles, every player putting the ball in play for the most part. And when you do that,
check swing. That's a strike. The infield, Wisdom by himself, left side. To the rubber. Fouled away. Down and in. And that's something we've seen increasingly from Mustafa.
he got a bit rotational with everything. But what he's doing right now, even on that pitch right there, his hand.
He's got Joey Votto as the tying run in scoring position. Tyler Stevenson, a possible go-ahead run at first base. A line drive. Votto served a single to center somewhat softly, and Tyler Stevenson had the best batted ball of the inning when he ripped a base hit, the 10th pitch of the at bat. Fouled back our way.
And he wanted to be that. He wanted to do that as well. I forgot who it was that he said
of he himself catching a ball in the radio booth. Moustakas pops it up. Morel called off by Simmons. That's a great at bat. It is unfortunately opening inning. In the second inning last night. That's a nice pitch. He also went hitless. It can click quickly. Senzel lifts it to left. Hat shy of the track. Comes in a few strides and makes the catch. Colin Moran facing a shift. Takes ball one. Moran, one of the forecast, have a guy like Moran available off the bench. He could be a bench situational bat. He could then spot from that point forward in a game at first or third. Had Votto at first base every day.
You know, when looking at how to fill out the off the bench and give us a quality at bat when he doesn't get a chance to go out there and play. And he has played well, but he has played. Because when you don't get a chance to play and get into that groove that Moran has had the chance to because of the injuries, that's one of those swings.
Yes.
Very simple to the ball. So you can see he's the type of guy that could be that play every once in a while, but
that's something Marcus Stroman can readily attest to. Drury was the best pinch hitter in the game last year when the two were teammates with the Mets.
All time. And that's a very difficult job. And my question for him was going to be, one of the questions was going to be, how in the world do you do that? Able to throw a quality at bat out there without the amount of playing time.
Well, today both teams have seen enough pitches. Lark, that pitch to Tyler Naquin was already. That one is ripped to right. Caught on the track by a spun around Suzuki. Rest of the season, I'm going to hear your 1940s newsreel announcer voice.
Limit doing battle.
Oh my goodness.
Brandon Drury watches a strike. Now, did I see, by the way, Jim, that the legendary and talented Cam Miller, who was Fedoras and Fascinators night, is contemplating an 80s night?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Better now that you propose it. I'm all in.
You know, part it down the middle, feather it to the moon. Business in the front, part in the back.
Simmons, the Lark, I love the chance to converse with Tommy Pham conversation.
This word that came out of his mouth was to help the team win. You know, he's had some success against Stroman. He talked about his approach. He talked about what he was trying to do. He talked about how he thought he can get off that 220 batting average. You know, he talked about, he shared with me what he was thinking and how he.
And it was Pham who was vocal and opinionated about the need for all players. But you've got to have results. And he was the man that he, talking about Aquino, had to go down and continue to get better. He did. Pham works a walk. Kudos to him.
The question, did it mean more? You're providing context right here. All I know is I'm trying to help the team win, and we needed.
Said to the dugout, I told you, after he hit the big fly. And then you were asked by someone else at the table.
There's a time when you have a stroke going on, and then there's a time when you're swinging the bat.
1-2. Check swing. He went with no appeal. Pregnant pause from Votto. There have been several.
Abdominal strength, which this young man right here has both.
That's been called a strike. Tries to expand it and misses. Although in this particular,
I remember the days of Lou Piniella running out there.
Runner goes, big jump, fouled back. What I would like to see,
Immediate. You think he was out, and then give it a few more challenges.
and then if you're wrong, your challenge
Take
is
him away.
gone. I'm open to it. I'm not dead set. 9-pitch walk drawn by Tyler Stevenson.
Of his stuff.
Guys that have had very good major league careers have struggled tonight. Now that could just be tonight. Moustakas chases and goes down third, due up against Marcus Stroman. Nick Senzel is flied to left. Spanks that ball to right. Red on contact and caught by Suzuki. One ball, no strikes. Tease some. Wrapped right side, knocked down, recovered. Morel 2 down. The shift off, straight up against Matt Reynolds. I feel like the tease for this is shades of many other entertainment products that we've been in a long wait for. For the video game player, God of War Ragnarok. When the heck is it coming out? Is it coming out this year? I hope so. Jim Day's YouTube content. When are we going to see it?
Is that a question for me, or is that a question for JD?
James Reginald?
Reginald, oh wow. This week.
I think he's asking you to speak it into existence.
Is that a question?
Lowly broadcaster Jim Day, Hall of Famer Barry Larkin. There's different power structures here. Show's called Extra Bases.
Now I feel like
you have sponsors.
Reynolds down on strikes. Barrero likely to get that full rehab window. We could see something similar for Freely. Hard ricochet off the mask.
Doctor, one final visit looking over MRI results. Well, apparently there's still something on that MRI that is the way injuries go. I did say to be determined, and unfortunately this one fits in that category. And India talked to him, did he want to make sure that that doesn't happen again.
Ball bounces away. Naquin flies for first. Higgins throw on time, on target, put out 2.
Especially with the way that this season has gone so far.
Broken bat, flare picked by Simmons.
Purposely to Morrell? I don't know. Maybe he did. Got the rebound.
Joe, I like that. Is Chris Collingsworth here tonight?
Been there, done that. You really have to rely on the MRI and what it says. And if it says there's still some inflammation in there,
They're worried about that. They want to get it 100%.
and I agree with that. Now we're talking about we're in September point.
Pham down on.